Students, I am Rekha, Assistant Professor in Pandit Nekiram Sharma Government College, Rohtak. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on the topic of the application of the Fourier transform to solve the boundary value problem. The objective of today's lecture is how we can solve the problem of the boundary value problem with the help of the Fourier transform. फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म की हेल्प से हम बाउंड्री वैल्यू को कैसे सोल्व करेंगे, आज हम इसके बारे में स्टडी करते हैं। अगर आपके पास गिवन है अगर आपके पास इक्वेशन गिवन है तो कब हमें फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म लेना है, कब हमें फाइनाइट फोरियर कोसाइन ट्रांसफॉर्म लेना है, कब फाइनाइट साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म लेना है, तो उसके लिए आपके पास क्या है कंडीशंस मिलेगी, बाउंड्री कंडीशंस। तो हमें क्या चेक करना है, आपको एक पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन मिलेगी सब्जेक्ट टू सम बाउंड्री कंडीशंस और इनिशियल कंडीशंस। तो हमें बाउंड्री कंडीशन पे फोकस करना है। अगर आपकी बाउंड्री कंडीशन है इफ़ u x t at x is equal to 0 is given, then we can use the finite sine transform. If partial derivative u with respect to x when x is equal to 0 is given, then we can use the infinite Fourier cosine transform. If x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity, then for finding the solution we can use the infinite Fourier transform for solving the partial differential equation. And if u0t and uct where c is some constant are given, then for finding the solution of the partial differential equation we use finite Fourier sine transform. And if these are given on the derivative of u with respect to x when x is equal to 0 and x is equal to some constant, then we can use the finite Fourier cosine transform for solving the boundary value problem. तो इसके लिए ये कब हमें अप्लाई करने हैं ये मैंने आपको बता दिया। अब हम कुछ प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करते हैं ताकि हम इनका यूज़ कर सकें। एक हम प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करते हैं। ये आपको पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन गिवन है subject to the condition u0t is equal to 0 for t greater than 0. Next condition है ux0 is equal to e raised to the power minus x for x greater than 0. Next condition है आपके पास u and its derivative partial derivative with respect to x both tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. तो क्या है आपके पास, हमें ये वाली प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करनी है। क्या है आपके पास एक इक्वेशन गिवन है पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव u विद रिस्पेक्ट टू t दिस इज इक्वल टू 2 इंटू डबल डेरिवेटिव ऑफ u विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एक्स स्क्वेयर, पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव व्हेन x इज ग्रेटर देन 0 एंड t इज ग्रेटर देन 0। ये आपके पास कंडीशंस गिवन है u0t। जैसे मैं कंपेयर करूँ uxt से, जैसे हम कंपेयर करें uxt here x is equal to 0, we can say that u0t is equal to 0 means u is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0. Next condition है आपके पास x0 means when t is equal to 0 then u is equal to e raised to the power minus x. Third condition क्या है, both u and partial derivative u with respect to x tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. सॉल्व करते हैं ये वाली पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन। सॉल्यूशन के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, सबसे पहले कंडीशन चेक करेंगे। ये कंडीशन आपको किस पे गिवन है, u पे गिवन है। देयरफॉर फॉर द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस पार्शियल डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन वी यूज द इनफाइनाइट फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म। जो हमने फर्स्ट केस किया था उसको हम यूज़ करेंगे। तो फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज़ करने के लिए क्या लेके चलते हैं, हम डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस के बोथ साइड फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म यूज़ करेंगे। फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म को मैं fs से डिनोट करती हूँ, फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म को मैं fs से डिनोट करूँगी, fs फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म। अप्लाइंग फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑन बोथ साइड ऑफ द गिवन इक्वेशन। गिवन इक्वेशन को मैं 1 ले लेती हूँ, लेट द गिवन इक्वेशन इज 1। टेकिंग फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म ऑन बोथ साइड ऑफ द इक्वेशन। फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म लिया, व्हाट इज फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म, 0 to infinity पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव u विद रिस्पेक्ट टू t इंटू साइन sx इंटू dx दिस इज इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन 0 टू इन्फिनिटी, टू कांस्टेंट हम बाहर ले लेते हैं, पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव u विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x डबल डेरिवेटिव इनटू साइन sx इनटू dx। ये हमने यहाँ पे फोरियर साइन ट्रांसफॉर्म अप्लाई किया बोथ साइड से। फिर यहाँ से मैं पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव विद रिस्पेक्ट टू t बाहर मैंने निकाल लिया, ये बन गया आपका 0 टू t u साइन sx इंटू dx। दिस इज इक्वल टू 2 इंटू ये वाली आपकी क्या है, इंटीग्रल 0 टू इन्फिनिटी है। तो इसको सोल्व करने के लिए मैं इसको सोल्व करती हूँ बाय पार्ट्स। बाय पार्ट्स में मैंने इसको फर्स्ट फंक्शन एज्यूम किया, इसको सेकंड फंक्शन एज्यूम किया। तो इंटीग्रेटिंग बाय पार्ट्स मैंने इसको सोल्व किया। फर्स्ट फंक्शन एज इट इज, व्हाट इज फर्स्ट फंक्शन, साइन sx, फर्स्ट फंक्शन एज इट इज। सेकंड का इंटीग्रेशन, तो इंटीग्रेशन से एक डेरिवेटिव कैंसिल आउट, तो ये बन गया आपके पास डेल u अपॉन डेल x लिमिट 0 टू इन्फिनिटी माइनस इंटीग्रेशन 0 टू इन्फिनिटी फर्स्ट का डेरिवेटिव साइन डेरिवेटिव कोस sx इंटू s इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ सेकेंड फंक्शन पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव u विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x इंटू dx। when we apply the condition, when x tends to infinity, then partial derivative u with respect to x tends to 0 by using this condition, by using the last condition. When x tends to infinity, partial derivative u with respect to x tends to 0. It means the first term vanish when we apply the condition C. So in the next step we get 2 into s integration 0 to infinity cos sx into partial derivative u with respect to x into ds, and from left hand side we get dus bar upon dt. We represent this integral as u bar s. Now after some simplification du bar s upon dt, this is equal to minus 2s 0 to infinity cos s x पार्शियल डेरिवेटिव u विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x इंटू ds। अब हम लेफ्ट आपकी राइट हैंड साइड जो है उस इक्वेशन को सोल्व करते हैं। अपॉन dt दिस इज इक्वल टू माइनस 2s कॉन्स्टेंट है, माइनस 2s आपका इंटीग्रेशन से बाहर, क्योंकि इंटीग्रेशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू x कर रहे हैं, देन कीपिंग दिस s एज ए कॉन्स्टेंट। व्हेन वी इंटीग्रेट अगेन बाय पार्ट्स by keeping this as a first function and this as a second function. Cos sx this is equal to first and partial del u upon del x this is equal to second function. Again integrating by parts, first function as it is, integration of second function u limit 0 to infinity minus integration डेरिवेटिव ऑफ फर्स्ट फंक्शन को उसका डेरिवेटिव यहाँ पे साइन एस एक्स इंटू कोफिशिएंट ऑफ एक्स एंड इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ सेकेंड फंक्शन u dx. When we apply again using the third condition, what is the third condition? Third condition is u and its derivative tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. By using this condition, this term again vanish. Therefore, we get dus u bar s upon dt. This is equal to minus 2s s यहाँ से और यहाँ से s square 0 to infinity u sin sx into dx, and here it becomes again u bar s. Therefore we get du bar s upon dt. This is equal to minus 2 into s square u bar s. Now there are two variables u bar s and variable t. For the solution of u bar s, we just apply the variable method of separation of variables, and by using it we separate the two variables. इसको हम राइट हैंड साइड लेफ्ट हैंड साइड लेके गए अपॉन, एंड दिस इज इक्वल टू -2s² इंटू dt. नाउ इंटीग्रेटिंग बोथ साइड, it becomes, now integrating both side we get, हमें क्या मिला, this is equal to log of u bar s, this is equal to -2s² कांस्टेंट dt का इंटीग्रेशन t प्लस में सम कांस्टेंट ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन, सम कांस्टेंट ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन log a. After some simplification, after some algebraic simplification, this gives log of u bar s upon a, this is equal to -2s² t, and from here we get u bar s upon a, this is equal to e raised to the power -s² t, and from here after simplification we get the solution, we get solution u bar s, and keeping this equation as equation number 2. Now for finding the value of the constant a, we again using our initial conditions. What is our initial condition? When we put t is equal to 0 in this equation 2, we get u bar s, this is equal to a into e raised to the power, when we put t is equal to 0, then this gives a is equal to u bar s. And for finding the value of the constant a, we first calculate u bar s when t is equal to 0. When t is equal to 0, when t is equal to 0, our aim is to calculate the value of u bar s when t is equal to 0. For finding this equation, for finding this, we use the formula. What is u bar s? When we used in the starting position, this is the inverse Fourier sine transform, and we get from that 0 to infinity u x 0 into में sin sx into dx. इसको हमने स्टार्टिंग में लेके चले थे. u बार s क्या था आपके पास, 0 to infinity u x 0 sin sx into dx. अब आपके पास एक कंडीशन और गिवन थी जिसको मैंने इक्वेशन कंडीशन b का नाम दिया था, और क्या थी वो कंडीशन? वो कंडीशन ये थी आपके पास u x 0 is equal to e raised to the power -x when x is greater than 0. By using this condition, in this place we get this is equal to integration 0 to infinity u x 0 means e raised to the power -x, e raised to the power -x into sin sx into dx. This gives u bar s at s0, this is equal to e, इसको मैंने कंपेयर किया e raised to the power ax sin bx से, तो फॉर्मूला क्या होता था आपके पास, e raised to the power ax sin bx इंटीग्रेशन 0 to infinity, क्या फॉर्मूला था, e raised to the power ax upon a square plus b square into a sin bx minus b cos bx, क्या फॉर्मूला था. इसको हमने सिंप्लीफाई किया है, a sin bx माइनस b cos bx. तो इसकी हेल्प से मैंने यहाँ ये वाला फॉर्मूला अप्लाई किया तो आपके पास क्या टर्म बन गई, e raised to the power -x upon here a is equal to -1 and b is equal to s. Therefore we get v raised to the power -x 1 plus s square minus sin sx minus s cos sx, and integration vary from 0 to infinity. When we put x is equal to infinity, then it becomes e raised to the power minus infinity, and e raised to the power minus infinity is equal to 0. Complete term become 0. When we put x is equal to 0, then it gives e raised to the power 0 1 upon 1 plus s square into sin 0 0 cos 0 1, then it gives minus s. अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट, जब मैंने यहाँ पे पुट की थी अपर लिमिट तो आपके पास आ गया 0. व्हेन वी पुट लोअर लिमिट देन इट गिव्स माइनस s. देयरफॉर u bar s at s0 this is equal to s upon 1 plus s square. Using the value of u bar s which is equal to constant in equation 2, we get u bar s is equal to s upon 1 plus s square e raised to the power minus 2st. Now for finding the value of uxt, we apply taking inverse Fourier sine transform on both sides of this equation. We get u bar s. What is formula for finding inverse Fourier sine transform? This is equal to uxt is equal to 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity u bar s sin sx into ds. Now here putting the value of u bar s, we get 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity s upon 1 plus s square e raised to the power minus 2st into sin sx into ds. This gives the required result. Now we discuss the next question. Solve the partial differential equation, and here the partial differential equation is u with respect to t. This is equal to double derivative u with respect to x square subject to the conditions, subject to the boundary conditions. The first condition is partial derivative u with respect to x when x is equal to 0. The first condition is partial derivative u with respect to x when x is equal to 0. This is equal to 0 when t is greater than 0. The next is ux0, this is equal to x when x lies between 0 and 1 and 0 when x is greater than 1. Next condition, uxt is bounded. It is understood that when x lies between 0 to infinity, when x lies between 0 to infinity, then it is understood that u and its derivative with respect to x tends to 0 as x tends to infinity. For the solution of this partial differential equation, first we check the conditions. The condition is given here, partial derivative u with respect to x means आपको condition given है derivative पे. Therefore, for the solution of this differential equation, we apply the infinite Fourier cosine transform as we discussed earlier. तो इसके solution के लिए मैं आपको hint देती हूँ कि हमें कैसे solve करना है. Taking Fourier cosine transform on both sides of this equation. Fourier cosine transform on both sides of this equation. After some simplification, we again use this condition u is equal to x when x lies between 0 and 1, and ux0 is equal to 0 when x is greater than 0. When we use this condition, before using this condition, we get some simplification by using the infinite Fourier cosine transform, and this is equal to u with respect to t cos sx into dx. This is equal to integration 0 to infinity partial derivative u double derivative with respect to x into में cos sx into में dx. Now it becomes Fourier duc upon dt. This is equal to, again integrating by parts by keeping cos x as first function and partial derivative u with respect to x as second function. By some simplification, after some simplification by integrating by parts, the last we find after some simplification u into cos sx into dx, and this is equal to, again it becomes uc minus u bar c. Again, by using the separation of variables for the solution of this differential equation, it becomes d upon u bar c. This is equal to minus s square into dt. Integrating both sides, it becomes log u bar c, and this is equal to minus s square t plus some constant of integration, and it gives the final solution. This is equal to a into e raised to the power minus s square into t. As we know, this a is the constant of integration, and for finding this value of the constant a, we use the condition ux0 is equal to x when x lies between 0 and 1, and 0 when x is greater than 0. By using this condition, we get u bar c. This is equal to a. When we put here initial condition t is equal to 0, then it gives u bar c is equal to a, and for finding the value of the constant a, again we use u bar c. This is equal to integration 0 to infinity u cos sx into dx, and from this simplification we get u bar c. This is equal to constant a, and this is equal to sin s upon s plus cos s minus 1 upon s square. Again, using the value of a in this solution, we get, after putting the value of the constant a in the solution a, then u bar c becomes sin s upon s plus cos s minus 1 upon s square e raised to the power minus s square t. And now taking inverse cosine transform on both sides, we get uxt. This is equal to 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity sin s upon s plus cos s minus 1 upon s square e raised to the power minus s square t into cos sx into ds. This gives the required result. After discussing today's lecture, one can easily solve these problems. The first one is partial derivative u with respect to t. This is equal to 2 into partial derivative double derivative of u with respect to x, subject to the conditions u0 t is equal to 0, means here x is equal to 0, then u is equal to 0. ux0 is equal to e raised to the power minus x, means when t is equal to 0, then u is equal to e raised to the power minus x. And next condition is u is bounded. The next question is solve this partial differential equation. U with respect to t, this is equal to double derivative of u del square u upon del t square, again subject to the conditions. U 0 t is equal to 0 means when x is equal to 0 u is equal to 0, and u is equal to 1 when x lies between 0 and 1, and u is equal to 0 when x is greater than 0. This is hold when t is equal to 0. And the next condition is u is again bounded. Third question, solve again the partial differential equation. Partial derivative del u upon del t, this is equal to del square u upon del x square, again subject to the condition. Here the condition is given on the derivative u with respect to x, as we discussed one example. Here for the solution of this equation one can use the Fourier cosine transform, infinite Fourier cosine transform for the solution of this. The next condition is ux 0 is equal to x when x lies between 0 and 1, and u is equal to 1 when x is greater than 1, and third remains the same, u is bounded function. Again by using the finite Fourier cosine transform to solve this partial differential equation subject to the condition u 0 t is equal to 0 means x is equal to 0, u is equal to 0, u 4 t, here the constant c is equal to 4, then u is equal to 0, and when t is equal to 0 u is equal to 0. The next question is using stable transform means using stable sine, either sine or cosine transform or finite sine or cosine transform, solve this differential equation when these conditions are given. Here x lies between 0 to pi and v 0 t, this is equal to 0 and this is equal to v x t, and initial condition v is equal to v naught when t is equal to 0. The next question is, we have given an infinite string which is initially at rest and the initial displacement is fx when x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity. Then we have to show that the displacement of the string is of this form yxt, this is equal to 1 upon 2 f of x plus ct plus f of x minus ct. The next question is, by using the finite Fourier cosine transform to solve this partial differential equation, again subject to the condition that's derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0 when x is equal to 0 and x is equal to pi when t is greater than 0, and here the initial condition is u is equal to fx when t is equal to 0 and x lies between 0 to pi. The next question is, we have to solve again the partial differential equation. Partial derivative del u upon del t, this is equal to double derivative u with respect to x when the initial conditions are given u 0 t is equal to 0 and u pi t is equal to 0, u 0 x is equal to 2, constant k into del square u upon del x square with the initial condition u is equal to u naught when x is equal to 0, t is greater than 0, and the condition u is equal to 0 when t is equal to 0 and x is greater than 0. Thank you.